What's going on, guys? It's Walrus. How are the kids, the women, and the children? This video is going to be about Walking Dead, the season premiere. But before I talk about that, let's get into the gameplay. So the gameplay is actually, like, the beginning is just like a clip I got from a gun game where I went ham on people. I got all my guns very fast. And then the second clip is actually the full game, but they're both on pods, so don't get confused. But yeah, that's the gameplay. I did this thing for a while called Walking Dead Mondays. I didn't really give it a name. And basically, I talked about the previous episode of The Walking Dead, and I uploaded it on Monday. I don't know why I got so tongue twisted there. And I'm gonna bring that back. There is spoilers, so if you guys didn't watch the episode of The Walking Dead yet, then I suggest you don't watch this because there will be spoilers. And when I make the video, I make it assuming that you guys already watched the new episode of The Walking Dead, so I'm not going to give a review of what happened. I'm just going to talk about my feelings of certain things that happened in the episode, if that makes any sense. So, if you don't want to watch it, click off now, and everybody else, let's get started. So, there's really two things that stuck out to me the most, and that is the fact that that kid, in the end of the episode, turned into a zombie. And the other one is the way Rick is treating his son. So let's get into the Rick treating his son. So the way Rick is treating his son, he's trying to, and we saw this a little bit last season. Not too much, but they kind of hinted towards the fact that they were going to try to do this. Is they're trying to turn Rick's son back into a kid again. At the end of the second season and all the third season, he had to do a lot of hardcore, like, killing and shooting people, and he even shot like an innocent kid once. So with that being said, there was a lot of stuff he had to do that a kid shouldn't have to do, and they know that. Rick knows that. Everybody knows that. Herschel knows it. So what they're trying to do is turn him to like a kid again. Well, and I don't really know that I agree with that. Like, I saw a preview in the season where Rick said, only shoot if you have to. And I know he doesn't want his son to be trigger happy, but I still feel like telling your son to be a wimp, not be a wimp, but telling your son to, like, not protect yourself unless you have to, it just doesn't really make sense to me. I feel like there's really no room for a kid to be a kid in this type of world, so I mean, in my opinion, I wouldn't do the same thing. But that kind of stuck out to me, so let's see how that works in the future. So the next thing that stuck out to me, which is probably the most important part of the whole episode, was the kid that turned into the zombie at the end. So in the beginning of the episode, he thanked Daryl for the deer that Daryl killed, and then he shook Daryl's hand. And then at the end of the episode, he turned into a zombie. So I'm thinking he either got his virus or whatever turned him into a zombie from Daryl or from the deer, because Daryl did lick his fingers before he shook the kid's hand. Now, I don't know how Daryl could give the kid a zombie virus. I don't know, because everybody has a zombie virus, but I don't know how Daryl could make the kid sick without Daryl being sick, if that makes any sense. So I'm thinking it had something to do with the deer that Daryl killed, but I'm assuming other people in the camp ate the deer too. So it looks like we're gonna see a lot of people probably die from this infected deer, and this kid with the glasses was just the first out of all of them. The thing is, though, Daryl was walking around in the beginning of the show. Daryl was walking around and he was eating something out of a bowl. So I don't know if maybe Daryl is going to get this virus too, but somehow avoid turning into a zombie. I'm not sure how that's going to work. But yeah, those are two things that stuck out to me the most. Another thing that stuck out to me, which is something that they kind of hinted towards last season, but Michonne is a lot more friendlier now. That's the crazy black chick with the sword that goes around and chops everyone's head off because she's a beast. She is a lot more like she'll smile, she'll laugh, she'll be sad. Like before, she had a stone face. Now she doesn't have a stone face, so we'll see how that turns out. She looks like she's gonna be a normal person now. Anyway, guys, if you like the whole Walking Dead series, give it a like on the video, comment if you want. Check out my Twitter @ThatWalrusGuy. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.